requested access to the Excel sheet, just so you know.
Okay. Okay, I see you guys now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I see you all coming in now. I'm gonna accept. Okay, I just approved you all. And then I just posted in the discussion board today just saying like what time we're meeting. That way, I think Margot, you were saying she wants to see that we're all still using it, I guess. So I'm just trying to like put anything I can in it so she can see we're talking.
Sounds good. Can I read you guys what I'm saying in the community thread about the operational definition really quick?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm saying Group B is wondering about creating an operational definition for group collaboration. We've come up with 5 behaviors we'd like our group to abide by as we collaborate together. Are you looking for us to have one definition that encompasses all these behaviors where we would give examples and non-examples for each behavior, or one definition that's a little more broad? Is there anything I should add or change to that?
Nope, I think that sounds great.
No? Okay, cool. I will post that. Thanks.
And then I guess like as far as setting up like a document of this stuff, I feel like we have some of these other things filled out. How do you guys want to put together like a document for this? Like similarly to how like the example contingency contracts we have are kind of outlined like that.
That's how I would think it's supposed to be done. Yeah, in APA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna start that at the bottom then.
And I don't care if it's in Google or Word, but I know she said that if we do it in Google, it might, when we convert it to the Word, it might mess some things up. But
Okay. Well, and I see someone started an outline at the bottom, so thank you. So I'll just move a couple things over. Goodness. I am so sorry.
Is that just your natural day off, or you got?
No, I'm a substitute teacher.
Oh, nice.
So it's the beginning of the school year, and I'm not. The last couple of years I've been in long-term positions, but this year I'm not. So I'm just laying low.
Okay. Nothing wrong with having time to yourself.
So I go when I want, and I stay home when I want.
All right. Well, you figured out how to win. I like that.
Simone, I requested on the Excel. I think I'm in the other document.
Oh, and I think I just accepted you because I just saw that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Mm-hmm. And then just because I didn't make her meeting, is there any? Did she say the contracts that we have, like an idea of we can use, or did she say? Did anyone ask?
No, we didn't ask specifically about that. I think we were all feeling pretty confident because we had multiple examples from previous classes that set it up pretty forward.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay, so then I guess, well, when we're waiting for the operational definition question to be answered, in terms of like signing the document, when should we kind of tell everyone to have the document signed by? I know we're still drafting it, but like, should we put like a deadline on that?
It's due Saturday, right?
Yes.
Supposedly.
Plus or minus a day or two.
So we can all try and get everything.
So,
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, that little bit of like built-in, like, hey, it's okay, like, it does remove a little bit of the stress of like, okay, if I'm, you know what I mean, like, if life comes up, or, you know,
I agree.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe Friday latest.
Yeah.
Have it
Okay.
signed
Friday's
for
a good deadline.
Okay. I don't know if it's helpful, but I've been trying to put like meeting times and due dates at the top of the Google Doc for everyone to see. So I'll just write to have everything done by Friday.
yeah, that's definitely helpful.
can we talk about our measurement system for a second? I know we are using this spreadsheet. As to show group engagement, apparently, or all the behaviors. But I guess I'm still a little fuzzy on that too, because like I wondered if we could just, if there's a broader way also to use the permanent product of the file upload. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm just throwing out my confusions.
Well, so like, yeah, for the, because all I see for the data collection system that we have right now is just the frequency or tallies on this Excel of checking the group discussion board. Is there, because I don't think there's anything else that we're measuring for group engagement as far as I know.
So the only thing that's measuring our group engagement so far is us saying if we went to the discussion board.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't there like a self-reflection sheet or something like that?
Well, there's the group log that we all have to sign too.
Right.
Does that work as our, would that work as permanent product of us saying this is what we contributed?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Well,
that makes perfect sense to me. I mean,
yeah.
Because even above that, the identification of the measurement system, I also see that we're saying just a self-report of the frequency of attending virtual meetings as well. So we can also.
Well, I just typed that in as like a random side note. I was just typing my thoughts into boxes, but.
Because I was going to say there's multiple. We can make as many sheets as we want on this Excel thing if that's also something that you want to have a sheet for attending each meeting. But I don't know.
No, I don't.
No.
I'm just trying to like, I don't know, just trying to like see it all come together, and I'm having a hard time still.
Yeah. I do like the idea of the permanent product just coming from what she's already naturally set up for us to have to track anyways. That makes a lot of sense using what's already there.
Yeah, that seems like the easiest, most convenient way to do it.
Yeah.
Is using that log?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was tuning halfway out for a second. I could hear my kids in the next room.
Can someone upload that document that you're referring to on the Google Doc or?
The log?
Yeah. Where is
that thing that's like on page 10?
Oh, okay.
Where there's all of our names. What did we contribute? What do we need to work on?
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So if we have to do that anyways, then like Margot said, that creates a permanent product itself. So
Mm-hmm.
We could make it so like we fill that out after every meeting that we have. Would that
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The contribution
All
log?
Yes, the contributions document for contingency contract, where we all have our like names, process, outcome on page like 11.
And wait, sorry. So we're gonna
Sorry,
fill it
page
out
12.
after every meeting or after every like assignment that we turn in?
Yeah, I would just vote assignment, but I don't know.
Oh,
Because
that's
then
fine
you'll
with me too.
because then you'll write that you attended every meeting on the log,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah.
true. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
Okay.
That'll be
So
easier.
That's easier.
after every assignment.
But I'm still thinking we have to make certain contingencies. Like I'm getting stuck, you guys. I am getting stressed. So can we go around and see who wants to do, like, who likes, what do we like doing? You know, who has the tech skills and who has because we do have to subdivide in our contract. We have to split the groups up.
Mm-hmm. I'm not tech savvy, but
I'm not either.
anything other than that, I'm flexible.
I can figure most things out tech wise.
Okay. Feels like Simone is pretty tech savvy too. Maybe
Okay.
you or Lewis could duel that one out.
I mean, we can each,
Whoever
we
wants
can
it.
each be
Split up
separate
Simone and Lewis.
Yeah. I would rather if both of us did it that way, like we could proofread each other because I might make a mistake and then yeah.
I'm happy to. I'd prefer editing, but I'm also comfortable with writing.
Okay.
I personally hate writing. I do. I get so lost in the words, like it.
Yeah, same. I get stuck with writing sometimes, so I would rather do editing if anybody else feels more comfortable writing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it, but it's an exercise in like how much is enough versus how much is too much, and just what. Yeah,
I feel you.
not.
Yep. Who wants to be like the turn-in documents person?
I don't mind doing that. Oh, you can. You go for it.
It really doesn't matter.
You can do it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and I'll let you guys know once it's submitted each time.
Okay, so Sandra's. Let me.
Are you writing this next to everyone's names, like what they're saying?
I am writing it down.
Thank you.
You are awesome.
Because I'm writing other meeting
What else
notes.
do we need?
Well, obviously not all
mentioned
11 of us, or there's only 9 of us here, but we don't need 11 people typing the document, right?
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, we just need to kind of figure out who's going to do what. And like, I'm off tomorrow and I'm fine to get started, but I don't want to like take over and do everything wrong.
No, and I think that's kind of what she was getting at too, to your point of, we don't want 11 people doing separate things and then just throwing it all together because, like she said, then you have 3 things mentioned in 3 different places that didn't need to be.
Right, it'll sound funny.
Yeah, but by the same token, I mean, I think there should be enough collaboration that one person doesn't get stuck doing all the word processing.
Yeah.
So should like 5 of us for this assignment? Should like 5 of us start typing and then 5 of us start editing, or like what do you guys want to do?
I was thinking maybe like 2 or 3 people would do writing, and then have a couple more do editing, just so things aren't like all over the place with like having like 5 people do it, and then maybe those people who choose to write can choose what sections they want to write. Sections that are like more related. And then like same with the editors as well. Does that sound feasible, Margot?
No, it sounds fine to me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, works for me. I don't mind writing. If that's what we need. I'm open to do anything except for like anything too tech savvy.
Okay.
All right, so maybe
I'll do what's
Margot
best
and
for me
Kaylee
to
for sure for this document. Anybody else want to be a writer for this document? Maybe one more person? I know we're missing a couple people. Okay.
I can be a writer too.
Oh, okay.
So wait,
Okay,
sorry,
cool.
who all is going to do it
Was
again?
that Jocelyn?
Yeah, I didn't mind. If you guys wanted me to write, I can try, right? There was 4 of
Perfect.
us or whatever.
Okay.
I will do editing. Anybody else want to do editing with me?
Yeah, I can also do editing.
So,
I can do editing.
Cool.
wait, sorry,
So who are the main editors? Sandra,
Yeah.
Julie, and who else?
Me.
Simone?
Rosie.
Who said
Rosie.
that? Sorry, I can't. Ugh.
Sorry, me, Rosie.
So Rosie, Sandra, Julie are doing editing. Claudia, Jocelyn, and who's doing writing?
Me.
Who's me? Sorry.
And Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Margot, I'm gonna help write.
And Margot and Kaylee. Okay, so there's a
Yeah.
okay. Rosie, Sandra,
Sweet.
Julie.
But obviously, we all have access. I mean, we can all type messages to each other in the document the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we can
Julia,
comment. Like
Julia,
we
are
can
you
highlight
feeling
things
okay?
and comment.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I thought, oh, she might be not feeling well.
No, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're just tired and not sick.
Hopefully, I don't get the flu. One of our kids have the flu in.
Oh no.
Um,
Start of school is so hard.
It's so bad here. I know.
and I'm so sorry. I'm like writing at the same time, so I'm not seeing who all is talking. But who is turning in the assignments again?
I can turn it in.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm writing out so that when the people watch this, our other group members watch this, they can see who's doing what.
Oh boy.
Okay. So then if
Okay.
Lewis and I are the tech savvy people, what would you like us to do with this document that we're creating now?
I mean, we could just see if there's any issues that come up. I can't think of any off the top of my head other than just like getting it turned in the correct. Maybe like when we convert it to Word, making sure everything looks normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
Yeah,
I can
sometimes it
think of.
transfers weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
just
what I was
fixing
thinking
it.
our role would be more of, just like making sure like the outline of the document and stuff is nice and organized. Okay, I'll put that
Yeah,
for
and
us.
I-
And then are we
I
signing
don't mind,
through?
oh,
Sorry.
Okay, I was just gonna say Simone, I don't mind kind of taking point on that for this, since you've done so much work in setting up this whole Google Doc here. If you want me to do the formatting for it on my end,
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fine. I will.
you like I said, you started this whole thing that we're working on here, so I can definitely jump in and format the final document and get that ready for you guys by Friday evening.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Simone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
And then before we all want to leave, what are the groups? How are we subdividing permanently for like the following assignment that's coming?
Mm.
Do we want to, like we said, do we want to split up the tech people and the writers, or what do we want to do?
I still think time zone is easiest just because of meeting and stuff, but if you guys have a different idea, I'm cool with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me see who's in the different groups too. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, because I also think time zone would just be easier so that no one is like, if you're on Mountain Time or whatever, you're not having to stay up for the PST people and
Right.
I think it's fine. I mean, it looks like the groups are about even anyway.
Okay.
So I don't see a problem.
So then when I guess I know this is the only group assignment we all need to do all together as a big group, but after this we kind of just branch off and meet with our own teams, write in our own discussion boards there. So then how do we still follow this group contingency contract then and make sure that we're
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because if we're measuring our frequency of doing all this stuff in contribution logs, then how are we all going to still follow this one document?
Maybe we can do like weekly checkups.
I think that would be good.
Well, if you write it vague enough, like, I mean, I don't know. It's like I feel like if we're saying that we're all going to do what we are assigned to do, then we would still be following the contract. But I mean, obviously, she thinks we're going to have to revise it. So,
because I'm just thinking
cover everything.
Because when we go
agree with you, though. I mean, these rules are still probably going to set the tone for how we operate even in the smaller groups, right? Like, it's still the expectations that we're all still kind of holding each other to in order to be successful in this, regardless of if it's all of us or if it's in our sub divisions there.
And then one other thing, depending on what she replies to Rosie's question, if we truly have to operationally define every little thing, then we might all have to plug in and each take one, because I don't think I want to do all those.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't like one or a couple. Yeah, because that's a lot of operational definitions, and that is not personally my favorite thing to write. So
Okay.
Yeah, and we have other group members that are not here right now that will be able to take on some of those as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
going back to. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No. Sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to go back to really quick the writing and the editing. Could we really quick go through and then have people choose what they want, like what section that they want to do, just so we have that written down and organized?
Sure.
Well, let's put a pin in the operational definition part for now.
Right.
Yeah,
sure.
I can try my best and do the measurement system.
Okay.
But again, this is like anyone who wants to help me change it, I'm all ears. We'll see what
I'm definitely willing to hop on with you after I get off work tomorrow if you want, Margot, or anybody else that's writing, just if you just need a sounding board or whatever. I get home roughly 5:30 Eastern time, so I can just send a text, and then if anybody wants to hop on and kind of just do it.
Sounds good. Yeah, I definitely want whatever I write somebody to check and be like, yeah, this makes sense, or this is what we're going for.
Well, I think too, like the editing part, like we are all going to be rereading it too, so we can make points as we go. So that's
right.
Yeah. Nobody's alone in like whatever they're writing. We're all we're all good sounding boards. We can all help out for sure.
Cool. Awesome. I can do whatever. I'll write whatever. I don't know that I necessarily am like set on a specific thing, so.
Do you want the section on why we're willing to participate?
Yeah, I can do that. That works.
Okay.
And I put some stuff in these different areas you guys are writing. Feel free, like, if it doesn't make sense, feel free to check it out or whatever you want to do with it. I just was like, oh, I need to write something, so I just wrote something.
Jocelyn and Claudia, any particular ones that you guys want to do?
No, it doesn't matter to me. I'm on my phone right now, unfortunately, so I'm just trying to scroll and find what's, I guess, left.
There is data collection system, criteria to meet the goal, consequences for meeting and not meeting the goal, and then the like actual formal contract.
I can do the consequences.
Okay.
And those are my doodles in the data collection system. So, but again, like if we disagree with what I wrote, please put something else in there. Should we have everyone, like the discussion board that where we said the rule that was important to us, should we put down our rule at the bottom of this too, so that we're like making sure we're all included better? Like I don't want to just write what I mean, I know we have the main ones, but did we get, let's see, where are they? Okay, well, I'll just, that's fine.
Claudia, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but we're just choosing things for people to focus on writing. And then for the editors, myself, Sandra, and Julie, particular sections you guys want to work on, or are you guys cool just going through the entire document and editing as needed?
Just going through the whole document works for me.
Yeah. Julie? I feel good? Okay, cool. Awesome.
And like, I need to move the why we're willing to participate. Like, I need to actually write down at the very bottom where we have behavior operational definition. Right, it needs to go in that area, correct? Because right now it's just up in these boxes, and it needs to be like actually a section.
Oh yeah, yep. That'll have to go down there. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just making sure I'm on the same page. Also, my phone might die in a minute. Well, it has 17%. We're probably okay.
And we have 15 minutes left.
I know we mentioned like discussion posts. Are we doing like the weekly to keep it organized like that, or like the dates?
Or my fear is that we make like too much work for ourselves.
I know.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep scrolling then. I just want to make sure because mine's still at the top, and then when I scroll, it like just jumps. So I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think we had discussed last meeting that will just reply to the one that you wrote initially, Jocelyn, because then that message will show up right at the front. Okay, and then we can scroll down. Are people feeling comfortable doing it that way as opposed to like having like the weekly ones? We can change it too.
I was going to say, I say let's try it, and if that's something that doesn't work, we can always adjust.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, just I'm writing a note for all the other group members. Did we decide if we're going to continue with the Excel or just stick with the filling out the contribution log at the end of the assignment?
Then we could all basically assign ourselves as teachers and then just award each other points. Or you could have one person that's the teacher and everybody else is the student, and the teacher is just responsible for making sure all the students get the points they're supposed to get. I have to play with it and see exactly if and how it'll work. But if it does, then one of our tech people, either myself or Simone, can be the point distributor or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember, can you create the behaviors on that, or do you have to pick from a list? We used to use that at the school I teach at.
You can create things. Usually they're just short, like, attendance or, working hard on targets or whatever you want to call it. And then when you give a point, you choose one of the things that you've populated.
Okay. Okay, so
Also, with the contribution logs, like even with this first assignment we're turning in, how do we all will we turn in just this group contingency contract and then everyone send somebody the group? Oh, no. Sorry, just also add the contribution log as well to that? Or like, how are we going to send that to her?
Yeah,
We
the
could
two
probably have
documents
that.
I think are whoever turns it in, they're supposed to turn in the paper
Okay.
and then those two documents, the checklist and the contribution log.
Okay. And there's another sheet too that I saw that said, hold on, let me see what page it's on. Okay, so on page is this? 11, it's like the development of the contingency contract, and we're answering yes or no questions. Are we all? I don't know. How do we want to fill this out? And does this need to be turned in? I think we have to turn in both tables, right?
I think so.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we could probably do a lot of this now. So, I mean,
yeah.
all group members we know who our group is.
Mhm.
The group subgroup membership, we decided to stick with time zones, so it's not unclear. She said during the meeting that the task analysis skills of the behaviors of the group need to apply. So what she suggested there was reviewing basically what you're going to need in terms of, she mentioned like lit review skills, writing and editing. So we've kind of been doing that as we've been splitting each other up into different roles. That seemed to kind of match what she was thinking.
So I'm still very confused on that. So there's supposed to be a task analysis embedded in this?
No, I think it's more the way it sounded to me when she was explaining it was more as a group. Have we looked at the kind of skills we're going to need to be successful with this assignment? And she had named, like I said, writing and editing. Who's good at preparing for lit reviews? Who's good at doing lit reviews? So it didn't seem like a true task analysis in the sense of like step by step, but more what skills are we going to need to apply to different things to get them done, and are we aware of how we're going to leverage each person's skills, right? So that's how it sounded to me when she was explaining it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what I got from that too.
Okay.
So I feel like we're covered with that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, because we just kind of went through who's good at what, and I mean, I think we could get more into it as it goes. Like I said, we didn't really talk about who's good with like lit review and things like that.
Right.
I mean, for right now, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I think within our subgroups, we're going to have to kind of figure out who does all that. But
really quick, meeting's going to end in 2 minutes. Do we want to start another meeting after this?
I think so. Just to finish filling this part out. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My phone will not make it battery-wise long. I could probably go find a charger if I need to, though.
And I'll just post another link at the top.
Okay.
Leadership and or social dynamic skills needed. I feel like part of that was us splitting up kind of group responsibilities, unless anyone else feels like we need to kind of go into this more.
I don't think so.
Timeline concerns. I feel like maybe we tackled that with the idea of the weekly check-in deal to make sure that the back and forth is kind of taken care of.
I agree.
Number 6. And it's probably a conversation.
We have not yet.
Yeah. All right. So that might be the next part of the
Let me just clarify one thing on the discussion board wording right there. Like if none of us have posted we don't necessarily need to post each day, right? We just have to check to make sure that
Yeah.
the rest of us haven't posted, right?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes there's not going to be anything to say except, you know,
Right. Just check.
Yeah, that's what I was saying today. I just posted on there so that she sees we're using it, but whoever can post on there whenever.
Oh no, we should. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, sorry, so did we put a no for one of those ones there that we were talking about? I think it was number 6. Yeah, so okay, on number 6, I'm going to put a no since we haven't discussed that yet. And I think it's okay, right? I mean, this being our first meeting and assignment, that we can put no for some things. I think. I don't know. So I guess when we create this contract and we create the signature area, everybody just needs to write what leadership or social dynamic skill they want to work on, and maybe you just put that next to your name, I guess. So that's just okay. Okay, so I'll just put that in the notes as well.
Sorry, Simone, where did you say we should write that?
When we create the document officially, like, and we all put our signatures at the bottom of it, just next to your signature put the leadership and social dynamic skill. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it lists below signatures, so
yeah,
in
below
that little table.
Okay.
Wonderful. For number 7, identifying contingencies over which we have control. I think yes. We're still kind of working it out.
Yeah.
We can maybe put no for that for now, or I don't know. Like we've identified like reinforcers. We just haven't like kind of agreed on like exactly what we want besides like the grade.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We have reached out for number 8. We have reached out to the instructor because we posted on the community thread. Number 9 would also be yes. Developed with input from all members.
For 10, post on the discussion board, or I don't know.
Yeah. I think we can just post on the discussion board. Then she knows we're using it. And
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, because we're gonna get her feedback like within the day of us posting the completed one. So.
Okay.
Going back to the reinforcement for like the gift cards, if that's the route that we choose to go on page 25, I have put like our names like underneath like the notes of the meeting, and we could just write down like our gift card choices.
That would be
individually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. That sounds good.
So I noticed, like, in the question she asked if we're gonna, like, for us to deliver reinforcement regularly. How are we gonna deliver it regularly? I was like thinking of doing maybe $5, but how are we gonna figure out when to get $5, like a $5 gift card?
Oh, when to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
would
this
our
is for
regular
every. Sorry. No, go ahead, Kaylee.
Okay, would our regular reinforcement be our like tokens, like our points that we're getting, and then our like big reward at the end?
That's a good way to think
And
about it.
so are we saving the gift card for the very end, like, of the semester, like we turned in our complete project, or are we saving it for like each assignment that we turn in?
That's a good question. How should we do
I
it?
feel like it would make most sense to save it for like the very end, but then we just have to make sure that we're still like receiving that kind of like still a good reinforcement for like each assignment we turn in as well. Like she might ask for like a denser schedule.
Yeah.
How many assignments total do we have to turn in?
Wait, Marco, I think your mic is off.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Time-wise, I'd prefer just to do it once at the end, but I still don't even understand how we determine who gets those and who doesn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it, oh, look at all your tally marks, you got the 5. I mean, obviously, I'm still kind of stuck on seeing the whole thing come together. I don't know.
Well, then
So
maybe
I'm just going off of like my behavior contract I did. So like I allotted, like if I met my goal 5 out of 7 days in the week, I earned like the highest amount, so say $10 a week. I think I did like money for something I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, like I totaled it up. So like some weeks I made all $10. Some weeks I only made like $5, depending on like my contingencies. And then at the end, I totaled everything up, and that was my lump sum.
Right. Well, I know. Yeah. I mean, I've done that too in similar things. But I'm saying as a group, I don't get how we're doing it as a group. So like, what's our, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
maybe
how am I supposed to reward Kaylee with her $5? I don't know. I'm having a hard time understanding it.
Well,
because I feel like it's supposed to be something we earn as a group. Do you see what I'm saying? Like think of like behaviors that teachers use in classrooms for the whole group, not just this kid and that kid. Like the behavior game on the board or stuff like that. I'm thinking the contingency is supposed to be for all of us. So
I was seeing
how
in
we
the
just give ourselves gift cards.
I was seeing in the example group contingency contract thing, they said, so like if this amount of students do this, then the whole group gets this. So if we want to do something where it's like, okay, if 7 people look at the discussion board and they reach this many tokens or whatever, then we all get this. I don't know. Maybe something like that then.
That helps because we're going to have to type that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, what would be our criteria for how many people need to be regularly reviewing the discussion board for all of us to get a reward? Because there's 11 of us. Yeah.
I would say minimum 8 out of 11, given that seems to be roughly how many people have consistently been able to make each meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that seems to be a good baseline for our group.
Good baseline.
Throwing out the jargon, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
Then I think so should we be measuring it on like, okay, with every assignment that we turn in, if 8 out of 11 people looked at it, then we get this kind of group reward? Because I feel like if we extend it all the way until the completion of this, it's gonna be really messy trying to figure out who was following it and who wasn't.
Or do we figure out a percentage of all of us at the end? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't get it.
Maybe instead of buying buying like a gift card or something like that, maybe it becomes kind of when I had talked about when I did the behavior contract for myself before, it was like every time I met my criteria, I earned a certain amount of money towards a thing, you know. So for me, it was like a new tool, for example. So maybe that becomes the group contingency, is if we hit that, you know, our 8 people thing or whatever it is, then we can each have, like, I think one of the things on here that I posted has a table. You fill in that, like, okay, this week, because we did all the things, I earned the full $5 towards this overall thing at the end, and you guys are helping me to earn this by showing up. So if you don't show up and I'm not on my way to earning this new cool tool, that's meant to encourage me, I think, to be like, hey, you're kind of getting in the way of my, you know, cool.
Yeah. That's good.
Because realistically, we're not all gonna like just sit and cash app each other $5 back and forth. It's like not really.
Right. Thank you.
And I'm not gonna. No, and it's good that you said something.
I'm having trouble visioning this.
No, it absolutely. And like I'm like, at the end of the day, do we want to be figuring out who's going to put a gift card in the snail mail? You know.
Right.
But I think if it became rewarding ourselves with our own money and making it a priority to say, okay, I'm setting this money aside as my, you know, contingency reward here. I don't know about you, that might motivate me to show up. You know.
Yeah.
And like I said, with 8 people being, I think, a fair 8 out of 11. 8 out of 11 is not bad, you know.
And I think it would be easiest if whoever will be kind of reviewing, like, if people are meeting the criteria, or whenever we meet, I guess, I don't know. But maybe if we do it on a weekly basis, checking how many people are actually checking the discussion board. Like, or at least every time we meet, we can go over, like, how many people this week looked at the discussion board, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all will kind of be self-scoring ourselves as a group then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea. I'm deleting the gift card thing.
Well, then
Thanks
wait,
for
so
bringing it
then
up,
what is
Margo.
the reward, though? What is the reward if we all are...
Well, that's the thing. Everybody can self-select their own reward, but the thing that you're earning on a denser schedule than what we had would be money towards whatever it is you want to spend. If you just want to have a pile of money to swim in, go for it, right? But the end result is you'll have money for whatever it is that you want. So it kind of becomes more about the journey than the goal, I guess.
Okay.
And then that way we can all pick, again, whatever is most reinforcing to us. What, you know, and that way we don't have to say, because some people are just not that motivated by a gift card, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But if I can buy myself an experience through working during this semester, why not?
Should we do a virtual meeting percentage as well, like the same way, or not?
I think so. I think that's an important part of the participation.
I agree.
What do you... feel free to throw this out if this is not a good idea. But, like, I don't know, if the gift card thing is, like, too much, like, let's say, okay, everybody, so 8 out of 11 people looked at, you know, the discussion board this week, so now we all get to have our own cheat snacks, and all of us get to go out and buy it on our own time, whatever, and then reward ourselves that way. I don't know. Is that less complicated than the gift card idea? Or not as rewarding as going on the journey of doing $5 towards that? I don't know.
That's up to everybody else.
I don't really care.
I feel like just with the putting the money away thing, the benefit there is kind of to Julie's point about keeping a dense enough schedule of reinforcement that, you know, because she talked about in the office hours today, making sure that your clients are contacting enough reinforcement throughout their time. So I feel like that's kind of pertinent here, where it's easy to lose sight of the good in how stressful just the general semester can be. So having the density of reinforcement that every so however often we're getting that $5 or whatever amount that we choose,
Okay.
kind of helps. And then you have one big reinforcer at the end that is only attainable if you met all the things you were supposed to do. Otherwise, you're going to have to settle for a lesser thing.
If we as a group made it so that we each are
Right.
right.
Yeah. So the group, exactly, the group's participation. Okay. Everybody's got their own horse in the race, so to speak.
Yeah.
But we're all contributing to each other being able to get what we want. So there is that socially mediated aspect of, man, if I don't show up tonight, that might dip us below that 8 people, and that might result in somebody having some not so great feelings towards me about that, right?
Yeah, I think the goal here should be definitely like socially mediated behavior. It's like the driving force.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad that we figured that part out because that seemed to be one of the hardest parts. And then just number 11 on that one is have all group members signed, and of course no right now, but I in the group meeting notes, and I'll put it at the top of the document as well, have it signed by Friday, or I mean if we get everything filled out by then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. End of day Friday. One thing I had put down for like why we're willing to participate is that we had said earlier we want to get a passing grade. But I wanted to put like a number, like a percentage to that grade. So what do we think is like a realistic passing grade that we would like to get?
I don't know if that applies because she's gonna keep making you revise until we get 100%.
Yeah, I would say much completer.
Just to criterion is the word that you'd have to use.
Okay, yeah, to criterion.
In my opinion, sorry, that was bossy.
No, that's not bossy. That's totally valid.
My take on it.
I appreciate your take on it.
Okay,
so it looks like a lot of the contract is being filled out like right now, and so I think just the only other thing that I'm going to tell all of us and the other members to do is fill out the contribution log and then sign, and that should be it, I think, for this assignment, right? Okay.
Contribution log, sign, and then the
well, we all need, and let's all make sure we all read this and all agree to it still, though. Like, the whole thing bit by bit, please.
Okay, so I will put that at the top.
This is probably a dumb question, but how are we signing it? Is it like going through another signature thing, or?
I think we're just typing our names at the bottom.
Yeah, I think it says type your name at the bottom.
You can do that? I just wasn't sure because the others, like, I just didn't know if it had to be like electronically.
Yeah, so I'm putting that we're gonna, I guess, electronically or however sign the document, write your leadership or whatever goal you want to increase, and fill out the contribution log.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
so
Simone,
right next.
This was you typing most of this, right?
For what part?
Oh, I don't just. A lot of this that I'm looking at, right?
Oh, no. I copied and pasted the document she had for the contingency contract into here.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't do all that,
no. Stuff on here, what the heck? Okay,
no.
Sounds good.
Also with the contribution log though, what does it mean by the process and outcome for the most important contributions, I guess, when we're filling this out?
I do not know.
Because I was like, how am I going to fill this
example for that?
She did give examples. I don't remember what they were, but somewhere in the instructions there were examples. of what
Mm.
she considered a process contribution and an outcome contribution.
Yes, they're on page like 14, 15.
Okay, I'm gonna
That
put,
shows example.
okay, I'm gonna put examples on page 14, 15, so that we all remember. Thanks for filling that out, guys. That was really quick. And I think we've covered everything. Is there any last questions or anything?
I'll have a million tomorrow, and I'll just throw them on the discussion board.
Are we meeting?
It would be very long.
No, I can't imagine it would be. It should be basically done by then and just making sure everybody feels good about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what time works for you guys?
Anytime after 5 Eastern is good with me.
Same.
So just so I'm clear, just because I know the documents all are confused. Claudia, you're starting another Google or Word, and then we're just doing our parts with that. Okay.
Do that.
Okay.
So does 6 Eastern Standard Time work?
Yeah.
That works. 3 o'clock my time.
I'll be
You
working.
want to do it? Who said that?
Simone. But that's okay.
Well, we can do it later. Would 7 work or 8 work?
So you guys are 3 hours ahead of me, so I get done at 5 o'clock my time. So it'll be 8 your time.
What time zone are you?
PST.
Oh, you're same as me.
Yeah, so if we're talking about 5, if we do 5 p.m. PST, it'll be 8 p.m. EST. Yeah. And also my
PM EST.
Okay. Also, we all might get kicked out of the
system kind of thing where teachers can assign points to others. So we would, if this works the way I think it does.